Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get started, I want to send our condolences and our give out our hearts to the people who were injured and killed during the Jacksonville shooting. Um, Shit like this is happening far too fucking often, and every time it might seem normal now, but to me, I still feel like it's a tragedy, and it is a tragedy. Uh, so I just wanted to give out, while this is going to be mainly a lighthearted episode, it's in the interest towards the people who dealt with the Jacksonville shooting. So my heart goes out to them as well as the other members of this podcast. With that being said, welcome to another episode of the Three Burdens. I am Hammy, joined by the little bug.
Hi.
And Black Eagle.
What's up?
To open this and just get it right out in the open, that fight is fucking worked to every single solitary bit that I could possibly fucking find. Logan Paul and KSI had their little toss over the weekend, and of course the fight ended in a draw. I'm not fucking surprised in the slightest.
We should do this again next year. This'll be fun.
Yeah, I bet it will. This is the problem that I fucking had with YouTube boxing in the first place. Because I knew that guys like this, when they would get on a card, especially the Paul brothers, oh, we don't want to take too many slugs to the fucking face. No. So, of course, shit ends in a draw. Are you people really surprised?
No.
I mean, I didn't watch it because I could care less. But how did it how did it end? Did they both like punch at the same time and they both?
Oh no, I think it was a time limit draw.
Oh.
My thing, like through the rounds, like I think it was a time limit draw. It was just a draw overall. So that's why I'm just like, this has to have been a work, because look, I watched like 5 minutes of footage. Right, on YouTube the other day. I watched like 5 minutes and I could not sit through the 5 minutes because KSI was doing a goddamn Fortnite dance in the fucking, what is now a Fortnite dance in the fucking fight. So immediately, as soon as I saw that, I was just done. But I just saw how they were doing this in the ring and it looked fucking fake. It looked like it was a work. Yeah, granted, I know this is rich, coming from the guy who is a professional wrestling enthusiast, but at least from professional wrestling, I know that those guys don't always come out unscathed completely. While KSI's face and Logan Paul's face look reasonably unscathed for two people who claim that they hate each other.
I don't know.
And would rather be in the fucking, and they would kill each other when they get in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna bring this up, but like NXT Takeover, Brooklyn 4 was a couple Saturdays ago, right? I saw the main event of that show, Ciampa and Gargano, and these guys were not working their punches throughout the majority of the final half of that fucking match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could tell and you could hear it. Those guys, that's a worked fight, though. Okay? That's worked. Those guys worked that shit in. Those guys choreographed that shit in. But when it was all fucking said and done, the welts, the bruises that these two had after they were done looked fucking legit. A lot of the shit that they did to each other, they did not pull any punches during all three of the matches that they had, especially the unsanctioned fight. Because let me tell you something about that unsanctioned fight. I saw Ciampa like have this knot over his eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
That didn't look good. Okay, it looked like his eye was. I could barely see his left eye. All right. Taking that into consideration, and then taking like two scratches that Logan and KSI might have had during this fight, yeah, it feels like a fucking work. I don't know. It could be that they basically came out of this shit unscathed. I don't know. To me, it just feels really fucking strange. And I know I'm not the only one out there. A lot of people are fucking saying that this shit is work, although I don't normally like to use that to back up my fucking arguments. But it just seems a little bit too convenient for me that these two guys, the kind of buildup that they had, and then it turns out to be a draw. So it really wasn't even a good work. To add on to this, to my theory of why it is a fucking work. Okay, so like the very first time this was announced, right?
Mm-hmm.
KSI challenges Logan, either one of the Paul brothers, right? He did this perfectly, okay? KSI, if he was a wrestling heel, he would be great on the mic. He would be great for mic work. Wrestling or athletics, I'm not 100% sure, because that fight with Joe Weller made me cringe until my spine was literally dripping out of my anus. So I don't know so much about athletics, but KSI can cut a fucking promo. KSI says, I'm calling out either one of the Paul brothers, right? The Paul brothers responded like cunts. Because his exact wording was, I know, how surprising, right? His exact wording was, I'm calling out any member of the Paul family, right? And then Logan and Jake bring their fucking dad to the house. It's just embarrassing, right? So they're acting like total tools at this point, which they are. The Paul brothers are total tools. Come press conference time. We got Logan in this suit over here. Well, I can't really speak for his brother because Jake is screaming. Damn it, we forgot to do that. But he's screaming at the top of his lungs, fucking Walmart. For no fucking reason to the crowd like a fucking dope. So I can't really speak for Jake, but Logan's sitting there. He's all composed and shit. He's got on his suit. He's got on his tie. You know, he's even got his hair done a little bit, even though it still looks like a Shar-Pei puppy's ass. He's looking really good going into this. While KSI is over there just mouthing off with his brother. And then the fight happens. And I'm thinking to myself, something smells bad about this shit. My bullshit sensors went off. I'm just thinking, you know, I've come to know Logan and Jake through their content. Something tells me this shit is just fucking worked. A guy like Scarce. I saw Scarce's face after his fight, by the way. And Scarce looked kind of Scarce had a fight. Scarce looked kind of fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
He looked like he went out there, he went to fucking war. I don't remember who he fought. Yell at me later for it. But he looked like he went to fucking war and in that ring. He looked tired. Okay? Jake and KSI, I mean not Jake. Logan and KSI did not look tired. Now I don't know anything about the Deji and Jake fight. Although, you know, nobody really cared about the Deji and Jake fight, unfortunately. But this is the fight that people are talking about because they are sitting here and a lot of people have claimed that this shit is rigged. It's fucked all the way up. And I can see a lot of arguments going back and forth. They went back and forth on each other through the time that they were talking about it. And then this fucking, you know, this fight, I mean, I don't know. This shit looked fucking fake. And I sent you guys the one clip of KSI doing his retarded dance or whatever. Like, I don't know. What do you think these fuckers would do?
I just found it funny that even they were just like, what was that?
I actually put up one of the actual video itself. I mean, these are definitely real punches, but there's no what's a good word for it? There's no motivation. There's no like, I want to hurt you. I'm just throwing this punch just to make it look a type of feel to it.
It doesn't have the oomph behind the punches. Which, yeah, the punches might not be worked themselves, but, you know, this fight felt fucking worked.
Also, they're wearing headgear. I'm actually curious about that. But
Well, I think everybody wore headgear that night. I'm not sure.
why? It's a boxing. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, they're not. Again, these guys aren't professional athletes. They're YouTubers.
I
Well, no,
wear
actually,
headgear.
let me take that back. Logan Paul is probably the only professional athlete there. Actually, the only actual athlete there. I'll give him that. But no, these for the most part, these guys are not boxers. They're just YouTubers doing a stupid event.
Do mind about headgear.
Okay, yeah, but you've actually had boxing training. These guys have not.
Oh, really?
So they went to an event to just make fools of themselves.
Basically, like these guys have had training, but they haven't had like the kind of training that it would take to win a title.
Of
You know,
course.
like that's why you don't see any titles come up here. If you did, more power to you. But I highly doubt they're gonna mean anything in the grand scheme of things. I mean, these guys are not. These guys are not like actual boxers, and it was
Of
very
course.
it was very evident the last event that they had with the KSI and the Weller fight. Weller knows how to box. KSI does not know how to box. His form is fucking terrible. That was probably one of the worst performances I've seen in a ring since Victory Road 2011, I think, or 12. Whichever one that Jeff Hardy showed up at all fucking high out of his mind for his title match. Yes, his title match. But no, it's one of the worst performances I've ever fucking seen in a ring, and yet he somehow fucking went over. And I still think, part of me thinks that that's a fucking work. So then KSI doesn't get his pussy hurt over the fact that he's got his ass whooped by Joe Weller. I don't know. Maybe Joe Weller went in there a little bit too overconfident, and he's probably thinking in his head that's getting punched repeatedly. Hey, I could take 17 more of these jabs. Why not? I don't know. I just think the whole thing is fucking funny to me. It's hilarious to me because these two guys spent an entire year shit talking each other. Okay, this is basically the Cena and Rock feud, but not like anywhere as good as the Cena and Rock feud. It's nowhere as good. There's a lot of fucking cringe involved in this fucking feud, and everybody was so hyped up to see it, and then it happens, and then it ends in a fucking draw. So I'm hearing talks about they might do this shit again. Well, okay. Well, what happens if it's a draw again? Are you just going to keep having this as the main event? This is the problem. I have no doubt that they're doing this for publicity.
Obviously.
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, every YouTuber on that card is doing it for publicity. And while I'm not saying that doing it for publicity is a bad thing, but keep in mind who we're talking about here. We're talking about two of the most notorious fucking attention seekers on this platform or the next. KSI made a fucking diss track on a dude featuring his ex-wife in the video. And that fucking former couple had kids. KSI ain't got no kids. And he made that video during a custody battle. During a custody battle. You gonna tell me that KSI went into this with wholesome intentions? No. He did not. Logan Paul. Do I even need to say? I probably don't. Logan Paul filmed a dead guy in a forest and then gave it to his editor. Had his editor go through it, his editor probably asked him several times, "Hey Logan, are you sure that you might not want to scrap this?" Logan said, "No, go through with it." He fucking went through with this, knowing that on several stops along the way, he didn't have to do it. So I'm fully aware of who the fuck we're dealing with here. These two are the most notorious attention seekers I've ever fucking seen on this platform. is it completely out of the realm of possibility that maybe, just maybe, they didn't want to get hurt and really hurt anyways, instead of having their ears ring from a punch?
That's what it is, man.
Of course, this fight is a fucking work. Of course it is. I'm calling it fucking right now. Come at me. My YouTube is literally on the sidebar with everything else that we might advertise on the main channel. Well, on this main channel. Come at me.
Jesus.
But a matter of fact, you were saying?
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to see a disappointing fight, I will go to watch. I will ask my fact, a better. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking which one is worse because I can remember the McGregor versus Mayweather fight. That was entertaining. That was weird.
Yeah, because that was a fight.
Yeah, right. And these people actually do. Well, I know these people don't exactly hate each other. It's just that one called out the other, and these guys came up and actually made a fucking show, and they actually both tested their steel like they're supposed to. And
Well, yeah, but I mean, they did a lot of shit
this-
talking heading up to it too.
not this fucking lollygagging of a fucking. Hey, oh, you punched me, I'll punch you back. Oh, that hurts. Oh, yeah. No, fuck that.
Probably laughing at those ridiculous little fucking helmets that they had on anyway.
Yeah, like fucking like yeah. This is in my like I don't watch KSI. I don't watch Jake or Logan Paul. Honestly, they can both fall and then ugh.
By the way, if you were gonna go the work route, at least like work the crowd a little bit. That crowd was dead after the entrances. That crowd was dead after the entrances. I didn't see a single fucking seat empty, but I didn't see anybody standing up either. There was that crowd was as dead as the SummerSlam crowd, and I gave the SummerSlam crowd a lot of shit for that because AJ and Joe were on that fucking show. But no, that crowd was one of the deadest crowds I've ever fucking seen at a pay-per-view, a live event, anywhere I've been. That is one of the deadest crowds I've ever seen. It was like mouse quiet in there almost. Mouse quiet in there. I mean, yeah, there was talking. You could hear talking, but that's just fucking talking. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That fight was just it tis a work.
Yeah.
Tis a work. To sort of side track here. Not sidetrack. Sidetrack is a bad word for it. But
Segue?
as people who probably have watched our last episode knew, our audio decided to have a fart. It was a wet, sloppy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One we did enjoy.
One we did not enjoy, and one that we even had to get up and use the bathroom ourselves on. So updates will be coming later, but before those updates, I have a question for the both of you.
No?
I have a question for the both of you.
I didn't study, but okay.
And well, I know you didn't study, but if I can fucking, if followers will be able, as few followers as we have to be able to help us out here, but not just a question for you two, but whoever might come across this episode, what the fuck should we do for number 10? I offered up having a guest, but nobody's ever available, and the people that I have asked on Twitter do not answer. So I'm wondering, should we have a guest to interview? Should we have I don't know, a compilation of all of our fucking best moments? What should we do? What should we do for episode 10? Because episode 10 is literally next week. So think about that real quick.
I mean, they both sound like good ideas, honestly.
Yeah.
Want to stream it?
Oh yeah, live stream.
A live episode.
Oh boy.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
there's my
just have
bracelet.
to figure
But
out.
how long are we gonna do it?
1 hour 1:30.
So
Fair enough.
basically the usual episode.
I wonder.
It's just an idea, though. Just an idea.
I mean, we could do a live episode. You know,
Maybe we can do a live episode while interviewing someone.
that could work,
Ooh.
but that could work. But we need to find somebody to interview first.
That's true. That's true.
And again, nobody's really been fucking answering me. The ones I've asked anyway.
Well, who have you asked?
I asked Elvis, the alien,
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
because I really want him. I kind of want to pick his brain a little bit, just how he manages to come across some of the shit that he comes across in his YouTube career, if you will.
The bread sexual.
Yes.
The butthole lady or whatever.
We're
not making you love your content, by the way.
Yeah. No, we do. It's just that I want to know how he comes across some of this shit. I want to know, is it sent to him? Does he venture out into the vast landscape that is YouTube? I genuinely am curious. But I've tried to ask Elvis. I tried to ask Bionic Pig.
Also, half of the wet soup cast.
Well, that's 2/3 because the other third. Well, we'll discuss the other third at another time, I guess. But well, I wouldn't mind asking either of them about it, but that's up to them. I wanted to ask Colossus Crazy, but 52 video coming soon to a YouTube theater near you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
I wanted to ask Tommy C, but Tommy's busy. He has kids and shit. And you know how kids and shit work?
Mm-hmm.
Kids, they're a wacky thing that kids are. Kids, yes, kids.
I should know. I have one. Wait, what?
No.
What?
I'm sorry. I haven't seen little Timmy ever since he left. I'm sorry.
Ever since I left him on that doorstep with that nunnery.
Oh, that's awful.
But who else did you ask?
And I asked fucking the dude that fucking came to my defense 2 weeks late, I might add, on the JonahVeil thing. I asked that dude. He has a sufficient amount of followers, so I figured I'd ask him, but he hadn't gotten back to me yet. So hopefully, maybe I'll pester him again. We'll see where that fucking goes. I can only hope, though.
I thought of a person. I mean, I don't know if he'd respond, but
Who?
I was thinking maybe Mama Max or something. That'd be cool.
I mean, knowing everything that's happened with him, especially
lately, never mind. Ignore me. I don't know.
I'd love to have him on. I'd love to talk to him, but he's just what went down.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna talk to him too, but then his Discord server kind of is dead now. So
yeah, I mean, for people who probably don't know why we're not fucking straight up mentioning this is because we're gonna be ambiguous because it's none of our fucking business anyways.
Yeah.
But some shit happened with Mama Max and his, I guess now ex-girlfriend earlier this year, and I don't know. I don't know if he's in a talking mood. Not that I would blame him if he was, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
I don't think he's uploaded in a few weeks as well, so I don't know where the fuck he is.
Yeah.
All I know is that I hope shit is okay. I hope nothing happened in his family. I hope nothing happened with him.
Because either way, it would really suck.
Yeah, because that's the last thing that he needs at this point in time.
Because, yeah.
I mean, his Discord server is dead because he doesn't have any chats in it. He hasn't done anything with it.
I know, and I remembered when it before all that stuff happened, and the chats were still there. I was tempted because several people. Contrary to popular belief, I'm very shy. Uh, these two would know. Uh, so I was gonna say hi, but then the whole stuff happened, and then yeah.
I get you. I get you there.
The whole stuff happened, and then yeah. But I don't know. Do you think that Rags
You
would
know,
fucking do an interview?
I was I was thinking about it. I was thinking about grabbing Rags or any of my YouTubers, thinking about stuff like that. I was like,
Your
oh,
YouTubers, but all right. But no, I kind of wanted him on because I wanted to, believe it or not, I wanted to talk to him about the Angry Joe thing. Probably Angry Joe is dead in the dirt as of right now, but rightfully so. But it's not that I'm glad that it's not that I'm glad that somebody would lose their fucking career, really. It's more so that sometimes people need to be put in their fucking place. And he was way out of his fucking place. So he needed to be shoved back in it. In Rags, among other people, among other YouTubers, among people in the comment section, and Angry Joe's fucking own fans were willing to do so. For that, I'm proud of you. Fucking keep it up. Because we need to fucking stop horse shit like this. But I wanted to talk to him about the Angry Joe thing. So, do you think that he would be willing to do an interview?
I mean, I'd love to like contact him, maybe through Twitter, maybe through YouTube comments. I'll love to, get.
I'd love for him to do it. It's just that, unfortunately, for people who might want to step up, for YouTubers who might want to step up and do an interview, we don't have anything to pay you with.
Yeah.
So that's the other issue. If you're looking for monetary gain, I'm sorry, we ain't got shit.
Rags, man, if you're listening, if you do this and we complete it and we upload it, I'll fly over with my own money and I'll give you the crispest high five ever. I swear my life.
$50,000 plane ticket for a high five. All right then.
I'll buy some McDonald's. I swear. How about that?
Bro, I'll edit your next video for you. I know that takes like a year off your life. So I'll edit your next video for you. Just tell me whatever you want in it.
Oh, come on, man.
But fuck. I really want to get somebody on for an interview. I don't know who. I really, really, really wanted Elvis. Over everyone, because Elvis is just fascinating sometimes. He just fascinates me with all the fun shit he finds on YouTube.
Honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I had a thought, but I lost it. My bad.
I have a thought too, but I really don't want. I don't want to say it.
Who's your? Well,
now people are curious. Share it with
besides Rex, which is probably my first top pick. I love that guy. My fourth pick was Power Cynical.
Oh god.
You know what? I would love to have him on. I would love to have him on. I would love to have him on, not just as an interview guest, but as just a guest overall. Like he just
seems like, I don't know. He seems funny to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to have Pyro on. I don't know if he'll fucking do it, though. I could ask. I could ask him. I could just fucking bother him. Probably not on Twitter because he might get banned again. But
Yeah, but how many freaking times that guy's gotten banned?
How many times he's gotten banned? They're like they ban him if he breathes even near the website. Just you breathe in my direction, boy. Ben, But I'd love to have Pyro on. I'd like to talk about that with him too. Like, how does it feel to be banned for the 900 million fucking non-arbitrary amount of times? Huh? How's that feel? That can't feel good.
Yeah.
Oh. That's why I'm scared to get. That's why I'm scared to get Twitter. Just for thinking wrong. I could just somehow get banned.
Or just a mere existence could just get you kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not just a Twitter thing
Yeah,
anymore.
that's true. It's
Yeah,
everywhere
sadly.
now.
Again, I felt that wrath with Eric Vale. Gohan Kun over there.
Huh. Trump ain't too bad. He just need to keep his mouth shut. What?
Did you just mention our president?
Did you see Trump in a good light?
Y'all,
How
let me just hit the disclaimer for you right here because I already know that people are gonna fucking ask. But the three of us here, we don't like Donald Trump. That does not mean that he is the most evil person to ever walk the face of the fucking earth. He's just really stupid. And if you ever go through his Twitter, you find out just exactly how stupid he actually is. With all of the shit that just somehow manages to spew from his brain to his fucking thumbs in order to type with those fucking oversized sausage-like fucking thumbs that he does have. It's very unfortunate that he's managed to become many different breeds of person. He's managed to become a fat dude, a guy with sausage fingers. No, they don't normally fall in the same light as much as you think they do. An orange guy, a guy with a really bad toupee who's obviously balding, a fucking dude who thinks that he's smarter than he is, a billionaire, a non-successful billionaire, a successful billionaire, a non-successful business person, a business person who's moderately successful. You know, he's managed to do all these things in his life, and he's finally met his one goal of being president of the United States. And it's probably his next goal is to reach 8 years. I personally hope it doesn't fucking happen. But I can tell you one thing for certain. Do not take what this man says to heart just because he just so happens to have a title that is fitting of great men like Teddy Roosevelt. Do not be fooled by whatever he says on Twitter. He is not racist. He is not really misogynist. He's just a fucking moron who is either doing what he's told or is in way over his head. So then he just says whatever comes to his mind. Whatever comes to his mind just so happens to be bigoted. Or otherwise, it's because he's fucking stupid and nobody has managed to teach him better because he refuses to learn better.
By the way, you're fired.
I know. That aside, if you think that I like Donald Trump because of the things that I've said about him here today, I feel sorry for you, but you need to go find your helmet immediately. You probably lost it when you bumped your head on the way back home from whatever job that you claim to have or whatever protest that you claim to fucking be at. You probably might have dropped your fedora-like helmet on the way to the subway. However, I know lost and foundery, if you will, especially somewhere in the Rough Hook section of Brooklyn. So if I were you, I'd go over there and knock on those guys' door. They really enjoy being told that they're racist. I guarantee you. So have fun with that knowledge.
Anyway.
All right.
Yes, guys, I can do calmer promos too. That doesn't mean I always have to yell.
I thought you just say, you know, if you think this, you're all wrong, and with a bag of chips. Not all that.
Come on. You know I have to eviscerate some of these people out here. They don't learn any other way.
That's true.
The guy's a fucking idiot. Stop calling him other things outside of he's a fucking idiot. You give him more credit than he actually deserved. Hitler was racist, but he at least had some modicum of intelligence in order to fix the fucking German economy. You're giving him the power by calling him Hitler. You're making him sound smarter than he actually is. He's not smart. He's just a dumb fuck who managed to get lucky enough to get on the Russians' good side. On the one day that Hillary said, hey, let's go to war in Syria. So, you know, you're welcome. I'm done with it, but I just wanted to get my point across. You know, just gotta get that jab in there.
Well, when people yell at you for political differences, I don't want to hear it.
I know, right? Isn't it fucking weird? Isn't it weird? I have a different opinion than other people.
Oh, a different opinion. Whoa.
Oh wow, this show Attack on Titan, this is the best anime ever. Oh, you know, I just really don't like Attack on Titan that much. I think a lot of elements in Attack on Titan are really that stupid. Bro, did you just insult my favorite fucking show ever? I hope you fucking kill yourself and you just open up this whole can of worms.
How dare you? You know,
You just open up this whole can of worms.
No. Levi is my husband. Fight me. I'm just kidding. I don't watch Attack on Titan either.
You know what? Listen, I don't understand it either. Fucking, why are you so like shocked? Like, hey, I don't really like that. You don't like this thing that I like? You know, and
I love
implode.
I love the kids who just like bring up their life story or whatever. Like, Attack on Titan got me through depression, man. Attack on Titan got me through depression, man. And I'm just like, yeah, it's great. There's a lot of shows that I watched when I was depressed too. It doesn't mean that you would like them and I like your shit either. So, you know, just don't bully me. People say to me all the time, oh, World of Warcraft is incredibly fucking complex. I don't understand how you understand all this foreign shit that I'm looking at in my fucking frontal lobe right now. It's like, bruh, I understand your point. I do. Especially with this new interface that they got. It's stupid. I understand your point. I do. I remember when my dad first introduced me to that game, and everything that I looked at from any other RPG since made me feel fucking stupid. I can read Kingdom Hearts Lego, but god damn it, I cannot read what the fuck is a mount. What is that? What is that nonsense? But you know what? I figured it out over time. Sometimes it just takes time. But if you don't want to take the time, I can respect that. But don't yell at me about My Hero Academia whenever I don't want to watch it. Well, you should check out this show if you like Dragon Ball. You like this show. First of all, that's very poor argument. It is a reason to why I would like a show. Dragon Ball doesn't have everything that I like in it. I just so happen to like Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Do I hear the vacuum?
I don't.
It's like oh man. Let's say I watched a YouTuber called Chase the Bro. Right, that's a kind of a weird name, right? He's a fun guy. He plays Dark Souls, all that stuff, and someone like, hey, Chase Bro's my favorite YouTuber. I'm like, I don't really like him. He parries too much. What? How could you? Chase the Bro, blah blah blah, this and that. I'm like, I mean, that's cool, right? But fucking fuck him.
In all fairness, right? In all fairness, though, right? You're complaining about somebody parrying too much. Okay. Well, if they just straight up block, then you're going to do a guard break through that, right? If you possibly can. If the game allows you to do so. You're going to do a move that fucking breaks through their guard. So why not parry that shit in order to move it out of the fucking way in the first place? Are you stupid? In Kingdom Hearts, there are times where I'm going to dodge roll instead of hit fucking guard. Do you want to know why? Because guard doesn't always fucking work as much as dodge roll does. Dodge roll gives you almost 9 million invincibility frames. So I don't understand why I wouldn't use dodge roll if Terra is coming at me with his big Keyblade stick dick of doom. So I don't understand your point.
Bro, that's like 9 million too much frames.
It's not as much frames as Slide has. I tell you what. Slide has like 9 sextillion frames of invincibility whenever you just do one jab. Fuck yourself. Thank God this shit is fixed. I hope that shit is getting fixed.
Nah, but
I'm gonna talk about that a little later on, but you get the idea.
But I fucking hate people who parry just way too much. Like fucking the community call them parry kings or parry gods, stuff like that.
Parry gods. I mean, if they're just standing there and parrying and waiting for you to attack, then I can understand that. But if they're like attacking you, and every once in a while when you throw an attack, and if they're quick enough and they parry, so who fucking cares?
If they're clever with it, like legit good with it, then yeah. I mean, if they're actually good with it, I think they're parry gods. But if they're the piece of shits who think they're amazing, they're parry kings. Either way, the community is amazing. Dark Souls, have you noticed? And If they're clever, I'll give you respect. But if you just kind of just sit there spamming that parry button, hoping upon a star to get me, I'm just gonna backstab you until you fucking rot. 6 feet under.
I mean, a lot of people complain about the block kings in fighting games. Well, fighting games normally do have a grab or a way around the block that you can just get to. But in games such as Dark Souls or other combat-centered games that revolve around a certain type of defense system that allows you to parry or, in any case, just knock their shit away with the force of 1,000 fucking buffalo. I understand. I understand what the big deal is. I would rather be parried than to sit there and break somebody's fucking guard over and over and over again. That's what they do in fucking Xenoverse. They go for fucking perfect guards and then they get pissy and rage quit whenever they fucking get guard broken 17,000 million times. Don't fucking sit there and just guard, motherfucker. Do something about your situation. Instead of just waiting to get beat up on, parry the bitch.
That can also fall into Dark Souls 2, and it's amazing that you bring that up. Because there's a Dark Souls, if you have a shield, well, actually, matter of fact, if you guard in general with a blade, shield, or anything the fuck you're using, and if someone's attacking you, it'll take up stamina. But if you're not using a shield, it'll take up more stamina than a weapon. So, I
think somebody bitched at you in For Honor one time. You were parrying too much. Yeah. Like, I think somebody was bitching at you about that, and he's like, wow, we'd have parried to death. I'm like, motherfucker, you just expect him to sit there and let you hit him. What are you doing?
Yeah, please don't.
What do you think he's gonna fucking do, dude? Like, he's not. What you just expect him to just stand there and smile as you're knocking every bit of the teeth out of that smile that you fucking claim that he's. I don't understand this shit, especially with I think there are characters in For Honor, and I could be wrong on this, correct me if I am, but I think there's some characters in For Honor that can't, like, full-on block. Am I correct?
No. So what you're talking about is assassins. Assassins don't have stances. So what that means is that they don't have a locked block. If you press left, then your character guards left. But even assassin, you have to actually keep that guard. You have a time limit on how long you guard left or right or up.
So you have a time limit on your guard, right? So when your guard runs out, you're not just gonna sit there and get fucking punched in the face countless times and just let that shit happen. Otherwise, you're never gonna get anything in. So what would be the point of that, genius? Oh, gee, I wonder what you do then when you just go, I can't. Then you're the same motherfucker who complains about somebody just sitting there and letting you hit them. Like, you can't have it both ways. It's either I parry and you live with the consequences of your actions, or you fucking play another game.
But fucking hey, hold on. Let me get back to that whole Dark Souls thing. If you run out of stamina while guarding, your character will look like he got slapped by fucking Mike Tyson, and your guard will be thrown off. That leads you to a front critical. Front criticals are the strongest in the fucking game. Fuck backstabs. Front criticals are amazing. So if you manage to kick someone's shield or kick their guard or break their guard or fucking parry them, you get a front critical, and you can do some massive fucking damage with the right weapon. Unless you're some scrub who switched to your fucking fist and do like 8 damage. Don't do 8 damage.
Don't do 8 damage.
That's probably the only shot you'll ever get.
Don't sit there and let people beat the shit out of you.
That too. Don't do that.
And then get mad when they do it, and they get mad that they fucking just sit there like, bro, you weren't even trying, man. I hope people use that as a gloat, bro. You just let me sit there and hit you, bro. You weren't even trying, man. Well, if I parry, then you get pissed off and leave. So what am I supposed to do?
Fuck him, man. Listen, I'm pretty fucking. No, fuck it. I am. I'm fucking toot my own horn here. I'm pretty fucking good at For Honor and other games. But the thing is that I'm above average, but I'm not MLG. So I'm like in this weird gray area where I sometimes get both games, and sometimes I smurf, which I feel really bad. I'm thinking, why did the game let me go into a server like this? Why did they let me in a game like this? These kids don't know what the fuck they're doing. Or in the MLG where people play me like I'm fucking basketball and they break like all of my ankles. you know, and I'm asking why the fuck am I here, you know? But it's
what the fuck I do. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the keyboard story, right?
oh god damn it.
You know I'm gonna tell the keyboard story. Okay, so I go to this motherfucker's house, right? I go over to Eagle's house, and he's sitting there, and he says he's gonna play a game of For Honor, right? So I'm just sitting here, I'm like, okay, you're just gonna annihilate people. He's like, I'm really bad with keyboard and mouse. So I said, well, all right then, so this shouldn't take long. It didn't take long, but not in the way that I fucking was expecting it to not take long. One dude goes into one match, right? This is keyboard and mouse. He says he's not good at keyboard and mouse. Keep in mind. This is the best 3 out of 5 rounds thing in a duel. Okay? This kid fucking rushes him. Now, don't get me wrong. This kid was bad. But even on the most fundamental level of bad, if you're still bad with a keyboard and mouse, you're going to catch a few hits. My dude 3-0'd this motherfucker with 3-0, not just 3-0'd, perfected all 3 O's. This motherfucker. No hits done to him. No damage done to him. A perfect 3-to-5 ratio. He didn't take a single fucking hit. So I'm just sitting here just like, yeah, you're real bad at keyboard. Those matches ended fucking quicker than most of the fucking ridiculous DC fights that I would find in comics these days, okay? That, you know, like if I had blinked, the match would have been done, and I would have missed everything. Although, granted, there wasn't much to miss. As soon as the dude would take a fucking swing, he'd have a parry coming his way, and then get stabbed 47 times, and then he falls in the dirt. And my dude's over here talking about, oh, I'm real bad with mouse and keyboard. Motherfucker, I'm bad with mouse and keyboard, okay? Challenge me to any first-person shooter in this motherfucker, and I will fucking lose mouse and keyboard style, okay? I will lose any shooter, any fucking combat game. If I'm on a mouse and keyboard, with the exception of World of Warcraft, I'm fucking walking out a loser. I will walk out a human L, okay? That's what I'm gonna fucking walk out. I will literally have fucking curved into a human L. That's what I mean by I'm bad at mouse and keyboard. You don't see me play platformers with mouse and keyboard. You want to know why? Because I'm not fucking good at it. I fucking died too many goddamn times doing that shit. Because I know I'm not good at it. He says he's not good at mouse and keyboard. 3 O's a dude. This is perfection all the way through. Yeah, I wish I was even like a fraction of that fucking good with a controller.
Just so honest, no. I mainly play For Honor on Xbox. I'm a level 30 rep. My main is Centurion. Yeah, fucking bite me, whatever. And I've been working on Hammy's PS4. You know, it's fun. Of course, I had to smurf a couple people to actually get to where I need to, but it's still fun. For Honor PC is.
I mean, you didn't have much of a choice to smurf people because you
exactly
stuff.
It really does suck.
Because I don't play For Honor like that. But
the very first match I've ever played on For Honor, I got it free. It's still free, maybe to the end of this month. But the very first match I ever played on multiplayer, I was fighting a warden, and I'm a warden. And this motherfucker parried everything I had, and this was my first fucking match. So I'm like, oh, I'm fighting me apparently. How you doing? Anyway, I fucking somehow I pulled a win out of my ass, and first game ever. It was shocking to say the least. But in my head, I'm thinking, is this what I had to expect for the rest of my life on PC? Oh no! I take console rather. Oh, fucking console emojis are the casuals on PC. I wasn't ready for that shit.
No.
Oh, but
My PC
but that
just
match
yelled at me hearing about that.
What the fuck, man?
But the match I did play, I was Peacekeeper and they were Orochi. So Orochi being Orochi.
No, they weren't. They were Lawbringer.
Huh?
Okay.
I was law, bro.
No, you weren't Law, bro. The other guy was Lawbringer.
Oh, he was. Oh, that was even worse.
The other guy was Lawbringer. I remember because he would bring the pole arm around the swing, right? And then after that one parry, all it took was one parry. He was fucking dead.
Okay, yeah, it was Lawbro. It was Lawbro, and I was Peacekeeper. Yeah, I remember now. That was awful. That was a bad time.
I think he played Orochi once, if I'm not correct. If I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
it doesn't even matter. He just died. It was
Died is
awful.
an understatement. He got fucking destroyed. He has to hang up his halberd.
Give away his give away his armor and his title.
Like,
Oh,
Lawbringer, I am not.
I'm fucking asshole now. Actually, matter of fact, speaking about being an asshole, yesterday I went on Twitch for the first time in my life. Not really, but it's very rare to see me on Twitch. And there's one guy named I have to find him, but he's a really cool guy. Jonah something. He plays for Honor, and fucking what was I gonna say? Yeah, so he just started playing. He got it free on Steam. He finally got to it. He picked the samurais. Ew. He picked the samurais, and he mains Nobushi. Nobushi is the ranged queen. She has a long ass pole arm. She honestly is a glade actually.
It is a glade.
Yes, and she will poke you to fucking death with her fucking staff. And
poke, 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 poke.
But it pisses me off to no end because he keeps trying to play the game like it's Dark Souls, right? He runs in there, he locks on, takes a few swings, and if he misses a hit, he unlocks and tries to run away. But if you run away while getting hit, you get staggered and you're vulnerable. And he keeps doing this, especially in duels, especially the minion where it's 4v4. You're going to get your asshole eaten out. No, it's not fun. But
not the fun way, not the prison way.
Yeah, the scary way. But I asked him, "Hey, man, if you want to train, fight with me, And then me actually thinking about what I just said, he's like, "All right, cool. Is it your Euro name, your whatever fucking username on Twitch?" He found it on Ubisoft thing. I'm like, "Oh no, he sent a friend request. Oh no, he invited me. Oh no."
Oh no.
And oh no, it gets worse here, my friend. It gets worse here, Hammy. And one tactic he uses in multiplayer is that he'll be unlocked and he'll do his running attack and he'll do it 3 times and then run off, do it again over and over. Don't try that shit with me because I'm used to people doing 1,001 fake outs and stabbing my heart 20 times. That's what I'm used to. Someone running away and then coming back attacking in one direction is baby work. It's fitting 2 Legos in one piece. It's easy as shit. But I played around like different characters, trying to help him understand pairing, trying to help him understand like how combat works. And then before any of that, we played Brawl. Brawl is 2v2s. 2 people team up, whatever. And he said, "Hey, dude, we want to play Brawl quick?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." I was Law Bro, and some other people were other people I can't remember. Orochi, maybe Kensei. They fucking died. I slipped it though very easily and was very scared. Yeah, but they were honorable though. By the 3rd round, they both jumped me. He's like, "Oh shit, they're jumping him! Oh shit!" And then I gave back their shit tenfolds. He was like, "Oh shit, I gotta fight this guy." And, it turned so bad. It was so bad.
To segue here from For Honor, I just remembered something that irked me last week. Soul Calibur, Bandai Namco were doing some advertising for Soul Calibur 6, which I am still excited for it, but not as much now. They took Tira, who is a mainstay on the cast, and she has been ever since, I think, Soul Calibur 2. They took her and made her pre-order content / DLC.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, indeed.
You know what?
Look, I'm just going to tell you right now, this is a good way to kill an IP. Stop thinking you can get away with this shit.
You hear that,
Battlefront
Microsoft?
2, Battlefront 2, Microsoft, EA, I'm just going to list down some. EA, Activision, Microsoft, these are companies that should not be getting away with the shit that they're doing, especially Activision and EA. I'm still very, very cross about the fact that Activision's full game basically cost $150 fucking dollars. That is bullshit, and it's going to cost $200 by the time all the goddamn DLC comes out. That is ridiculous. Do not buy this shit. I'm not going to tell you not to buy Soul Calibur 6 just yet, but make them scared a little bit. Let's start slowing down some pre-order numbers. Maybe they might get the gist not to do this nonsense anymore. Because that is just, I can't even.
The reason why I brought up Microsoft is because they pull some sneaky bullshit.
Not surprising.
Yeah, see, I'm not really surprised either. It's really mundane. No, I'm just fucking with you.
It's really mundane, you know.
But
it's really mundane.
So at the launch of Xbox One, people can buy Xbox One controllers. And people still had Windows 7, Windows 10 at the time. But you could have used the Xbox One controller on your Windows 7. It was software already controller, and also you can find software already with Microsoft, website, whatever. But they took that away and left that feature only for Windows 10. So people like me who had a Windows 10, it broke sadly, I really do miss it. And now it has a Windows 7. I can't use my fucking controller unless I buy a third party. Or I could follow the Microsoft hands and buy a Windows 10, which I don't know. You can go fuck yourself with that idea. I'm not doing it. I'm not spending $99 to $200 for fucking Windows 10. You can hop the fuck off my boat with that bullshit.
My boat, you're on it. Get the fuck off.
Not gonna go out and buy a totally different third-party controller that may or may not be good. I have to go on forums now. I gotta fucking read comments and shit. I don't want to do that. Hold on.
I have some thoughts on that.
I have a controller. I have a controller right here. Why can't I use it? Fuck. Sorry, I'm very pressed about this.
I can tell. Although I have some thoughts on that to help you out next time I see you. But we're gonna get into the news portion of this whole thing. Because we're starting to exhaust the thing. So, who wants to take care of their shit first? News.
Oh,
For the news.
News, everyone. That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
You don't have anything? I'll just go into mine.
I'm gonna say. I mean, I could bring up my stuff, but fuck it. Go on yours real quick. Fuck
All
it.
right.
YOLO.
A couple things I want to know. First off, I want to talk about God of War New Game Plus. Oh boy. I fucking love New Game Plus.
He's been playing it for the past few days. That's how much he loves it.
Well, I love it for several different reasons. First off, all the epic gear that you can normally get during the game is changed to an exclusive New Game Plus type gear thing. So basically what that means is all the gear that you probably had when you were playing the base game, well, you still have that, but now you get to have upgraded variants of that you can fucking just upgrade all the way to level 9. So the levels in God of War are fucking weird because they go by singular levels. You don't go all the way up to level 900,000 fucking eat my ass ridiculousness. Don't do that, by the way. That's really concerning if you start doing it. But good thing about this New Game Plus, the good thing about this game overall is that its level system isn't fucking retarded. Your level is based on your gear, much like World of Warcraft when it comes to item levels. So when you get a new piece of gear, depending on what it buffs and what it doesn't buff when it comes to your stats, what level that gear piece is, it will up your level for a bit. So right now I'm like level 10 or whatever, right? In a game that I guess mostly if it's on the very hard difficulty will go up to fucking 15 or some shit. I could be wrong about that. Correct me politely if I am. But New Game Plus stuff gives you new different types of armor. It gives you new armor that is Greek based. Gives you Greek symbols on the armor because you know Kratos is, I don't know, fucking Greek. Also, new versions of the armor that you could also get during the normal gameplay. New upgraded versions of that, like this armor plus or whatever the fuck. So the plus armor, fucking aces. And on top of that, your fucking artifacts or whatever the fuck, I forgot what they're called. I think they're called talismans. Your talismans have extra sockets too, just when you pick them up, if they're New Game Plus talismans. So I use the Vitality one a lot because it heals you, and when you're fighting fucking Valkyries, you better learn how to heal, or else you're up literal actual shit's creek with a fucking ore that's covered in shit. So you get the idea here. New Game Plus is fucking fantastic. And plus, it makes a lot more sense than Kratos wearing a wooden shoulder pad.
That was a thing.
Unfortunately, it was. Moving on, however, from Kratos' weird clothing, it's time for Xenoverse again. Yeah. Okay. I saw a fucking video earlier that basically says which supers that are gonna be buffed and debuffed. I like some of what supers and ultimates. I like some of what I saw. I did not like some of what I saw. One of the most glaring things is Dragon Fist.
What happened to it?
Oh boy. Well, you see, Dragon Fist is a bit finicky. Dragon Fist now, and as of right now, time of this recording, which is Monday, so don't bitch at me when this comes out on Wednesday or whenever it comes out after Tuesday, because we can't put a fucking cast out to save our lives on time. That's not anybody's fault here except for ours. We try our best, but you know, sometimes shit happens.
We have the most wonky technology.
Exactly.
When three people try to make a podcast.
For real. So, Dragon Fist, you know, there are times where you could vanish out of it, or the game just allows you not to vanish out of it. Well, Dips just straight up made it unvanishable. So if you get caught in that first kick, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. But what about evasive? It doesn't matter what your evasives can do. Your evasive takes 3 stamina bars. So even then, you're 3 stamina bars down. So you're fucked. If you weren't fucked then, you're going to be fucked real soon. Also, a move that I like to use a lot, the Super Black Kamehameha, which is an uppercut into your fucking lobe and sends you flying to the air for a nasty fucking Kamehameha blast. Well, before you used to be able to sidestep out of that shit whenever you had stamina. Now, they took that shit away. So, let's just think about this for a second. An or slide quick uppercut into a fucking blast that is now unvanishable that you have to use.
Hey.
You have to use an evasive to get out of this.
Hey. Why did they fix one thing and then break like 17 more?
I don't fucking know. And Rose is basically that, except it's slower, but it does more damage. But look, if you're low on stamina when some of these moves are hit, you're basically fucked. Okay, you can definitely vanish out of the first strike for these ultimates. That's only if you have stamina, though. If you are low on stamina, you don't need to be broken for it. You're fucked as is. So, if I was you, conserve your stamina. Don't be a dick about it, though. But fake death is gonna be bodied. Because fake death is only gonna give you a grand total of 1 invincibility frame. And that 1 invincibility frame, I bet you can't guess when it occurs. It occurs literally as soon as you press the button. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Well, that's not all that bad. It's not all that bad. Yeah, you forget that Xenoverse has this thing where it likes to fucking continue to follow up on its combos. So you're fucked. And fuck you for spamming that shit. Now, most of these issues, especially the invincibility frames issues, are going to be fixed with the netcode fix, which is confirmed. I don't know why the fuck people last week were all like, "Oh, there's not going to be a netcode fix." You can suck both my nuts. Take turns, because quite frankly, if you thought there wasn't going to be a netcode fix after all the bitching that has been happening for the past 3 fucking years this game has been out, you're out of your fucking mind. This game needs to be fixed, and they realize that. And I'm glad that they fucking realize that. Unfortunately, it's 3 years too late. I can't even really say it's too late because the game is still selling like fucking crazy.
I can't believe the game is 3 years old now, actually.
I know, it's fucking weird.
Shit, how old is Dark Souls 3? Shit.
There's one thing I did not see on this list, however, that concerns me greatly. At least I didn't think I saw on this list. And that is Justice Combination. You people know how I feel about Justice Combination. You can use it all you want, but you're bad for using it. I just want you to know that. You're just bad for using it. That's all there is to it. Justice Combination is the quickest fucking ultimate in the fucking game. It's not the strongest, but it's the quickest. So hopefully they allow you to fucking vanish out of that nonsense. Most of the blast supers, not ultimates, most of the blast supers are much more quicker now. You're probably wondering what the fuck does that mean? From the time that you fucking fire it, it gets to your opponent a lot quicker, especially after a knockaway. So shit like the normal Kamehameha, the fucking Kaioken Kamehameha, which didn't need it. Shit like that. You don't have any issues dropping that off anymore. They don't drop off in the combos anymore. So that's something that definitely did need to be fucking fixed. I can use times 10 now without looking like a fucking ape. A stupid ape with that. And no, SJWs, I don't mean a black person. You get out of here and go watch Feminist Frequency. What else? Oh yeah, the new characters. Baby, I'm not gonna lie, is looking pretty fucking good. He's looking pretty fucking good. I don't mean that in a sexual sense, but Baby has some moves. He has some good moves. He's got the crispiest moves. The Revenge Final Flash is probably my favorite, but the one that everyone is looking at is Revenge Death Ball. Revenge Death Ball is a funny little nugget. Revenge Death Ball is basically what you take when you get the Super Spirit Bomb and full and maximum charge, combine them together, and then you throw a fucking ball at someone. This is basically your one-shot move, unless you're in raids or you're in expert quests, or hell, even parallel quests. Sometimes they like to overdo the health bars there as well, but this is your one-shot move. If you want to fucking end the fight quickly, you're using Revenge Death Ball with a grand total of 10,000 key bars. I guarantee you, especially after a stamina break, you're going to fucking hit this. Because there's 2 ways you can use it. You can just snap use it. You just fucking fire the bitch. No charge up required. However, there's 2 different kinds of charge ups. When you have full health, it charges slowly. When you have low health, it charges like that. I swear to God, I've seen some shit in my life, but when I saw Revenge Death Ball get the full power in 3 seconds, like when you're on high health, it takes 15 seconds. When you're on low health, it takes 3 seconds. So that's 3 seconds of fuck you waiting to come by. And if you don't move, then that's all 3 of those seconds in your fuck you.
That's a fuck of a jump.
That is a fuck of a jump. You're goddamn right. And baby's key bars ain't nothing to fucking sneeze at either. So think about that shit. He's got almost 9, I think.
What?
Yes, he's got almost 9 key bars. So think about think about Ultra Instinct Goku's key bars on a fucking Revenge Death Ball. Think about our fucking key bars. Me and Bug here, we get up to at least 10 sometimes. Think about our shit on that nonsense. That makes me want to cut a Stone Cold style promo on these people for thinking of such a devious fucking thing to do.
You know what? No, man, listen to him. No, I gotta go, okay? No,
we ain't done yet. Shut up. All right. Now let's talk about Kefla. She looks fucking broken.
Off the back.
Off the back. She has this one move that's like a charged aura slide, but it's still quick enough that it catches motherfuckers. And it seems like that her knockback combos last a ridiculously long amount of time. Now, granted, all her moves can be done after a knockback, but keep in mind is that one of those moves does, I don't know what exactly to call it. It does it does the gravity impact knockback, right? Mm-hmm. It's basically energy barrier and aura slide. Energy barrier and aura slide mixed into one. Like, it's a knockback, but it's one of those really slow knockbacks that you can fucking combo off of, and you know good and goddamn well people are gonna cheese the shit out of this because people in the Xenoverse community don't know how to fight any other way. So this is what they do. Now her ultimate is a motherfucker. It is a motherfucker. It's basically that move that she tried to hit Goku with before Goku went Ultra Instinct. And he's all like, get that weak shit out of here. So, you know, it looks fucking cool. It fucking hurts. I don't know why she has to strike you with lightning before she does it, but it fucking hurts.
She has fucking lightning?
Yeah, that's basically the aura slide thing that I just mentioned as well. She has a lightning attack.
What the fuck?
I know. To continue this, fucking, she basically has like an abridged female version of Broly's moves. Some of them. And she has a charge attack that Broly has. She has the blaster ball instead of the blaster shell, which these adorable little bouncy like balls. They look like little stress balls. But yeah, that update comes out tomorrow. That update, that DLC comes out tomorrow. Well, yeah, Tuesday.
I'm making it my fucking mission to get this up on Wednesday. It's my mission.
Bro, good luck. That's all I can tell you. But I think we're done here. Anything else to add?
Not until next episode.
Okay.
Which come out. Oh fuck it, yawn. Oh shit. Okay, anyway, that was a lie. Next episode, I do want to talk about our gaming stream. I do want to touch upon that, and I do want to go over the games with you guys. Like, you know, like what do you guys want to play? You know, and if we can have a guest, we'll talk about that too. I don't know if Rags would join on that one, but if you
I doubt it. I doubt we're gonna get a guest, but I'm hoping for a guest.
Yeah, same. I'm praying. Wish upon a star. All right. Anything, Bug?
I got nothing.
All right. I understand.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of this nonsense. See you next week.
Go on, slip that one in. Huh? All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Walmart.
That was all in my head.
Oh.